think he's trying to break the record. Yeah, but Texas.
A top 25 flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume.
800 something.
Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the USC Trojans, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling.
130 yards, 2 touchdowns. This fake 99 team out here now.
The Trojans ready to get this thing started and open the season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. All right, guys, let's talk Iowa. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David, a lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the all-season was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32.
Don DeMarco.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Don DeMarco. Bang, bang.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys.
Not a rap.
The give is to Smith. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
That's a lot of pressure, man.
Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
Spodioti, don't listen to
because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Turning it on. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
That's easy.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Under fire.
Come on. Nigga, that is a blue. That is a blue. That is a blue.
Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense because you don't have hands? Yeah.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Let's talk for a minute about Iowa. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving.
It's just like blowing my fucking mind. No.
He's got him. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
I mean, so when they say 40, are they spreading that over his contract? That he already got now?
You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot. Get the ball out of your hands.
I mean, he has a he's still
And
on
here
contract.
comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket
he
awareness and his arm
he might get
$20
million this year.
You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Like his contract is fully guaranteed.
Got it in the middle, it's flat. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
They call those Warriors.
The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. The give to the back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period in the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second.
Somebody, I mean, the thing is, he's not elevating, you know? Get to the playoffs and nigga throwing 6 picks.
They had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch.
Maybe.
Pulls it in. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but they can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
I'm pretty sure I have some time to put the ball out.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete to the left. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
She was only 91.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him. And I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They're trying to put anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys in.
No, I saw that shit.
They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Scrambling away. Going right and going deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's got it on the right. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He wants to throw it again. Finds us back in the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Hawkeyes are on the move.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The short hands, it's Black. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Wants to fire on second down. can't make the connection.
Oh, boy.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. At the 20, he's got space. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side?
How did you just get in there?
I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Fires to the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, USC.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Trojans will punt this one away. Gets away from one, finds some space. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Had to throw it before he wanted. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing. They're going to get him for grounded. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away first and will start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. At the 40, there he goes. Lots of running room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Trojans.
Oh, my God.
He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Pitt is ahead early in the Steel City, but that's not exactly Tony Dorsett out there.
Oh, nigga, I thought he tackled him.
Long way from being over. They're up by 7.
I'm sitting here about to fucking try to strip him, nigga.
That's where things stand.
Touchdown, Hawkeye! Special teams proving to be special. No guts, no glory. Brought it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. There he goes. The 30, at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, USC. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch, who's really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the fourth down.
He might want another play. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Looking deep. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. You want to talk about converting a fourth down in style with a whole lot extra, David.
How about it? Clutch mode. Fourth down time, you only need a little, but he pushes the ball way down the field. He believes in his guy, makes the play, gets the big first down.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or would you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some points.
And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Wants to throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down. And the Trojans come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Finding open areas. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum. And this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's...
Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Black. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He wants to change this route. Back to pass on second down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Iowa! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way. But you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Smith takes the handoff. Slithers into space. Got to be smart.
Rookie of the year is
great
Cooper
vision,
Flag.
uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Well, they got the completion there, and it didn't go very far, but the big fella with a nice catch.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
That's what you said. That year.
Handoff to the lone back. Found a little space, and
he didn't miss that many games.
35.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. And the offensive coordinator knows.
I'm saying he hasn't missed that many games to where he's disqualified.
He's looking at his playlist and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Rushes on him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Here comes the heat.
They're not letting me throw the ball. I'm throwing it before he gets me.
And listen, obviously, this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Looking for the end zone.
So they're not going to let him pick it up.
They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. With that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncovered.
You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to do it.
And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. The give to the lone running back. Touchdown, Iowa! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Collier.
Plays like that at this point of the game just aren't going to work. You can't throw short in the middle of the field where guys get tackled and the clock starts ticking. You got to be thinking we're throwing to the sticks or we're throwing near the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Grabs it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down. You still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I know as a quarterback, he's your best receiver. He's one of the best in the country, but it's going to be hard to get completions thrown his way on 3rd down into double coverage. On that one, you got to let your eyes take you somewhere else because someone else was probably open.
Into the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Here's the give off the left side. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.